Okay then, hello and welcome. I'm Bio, and today we're playing a requested game. That was a bit of a surreal intro. Liked it though, it's cool. And that requested game is Acid, for PlayStation 1. Never heard of this game before. I like its box art, I will admit. Its box art's cool. It's like a chalkboard kind of thing. It's definitely interesting. I have no clue what the demo's about. Let's see if I can just flash it up quickly. Gonna have to change this. Change back. There we go. So there we go. So there's its box art. It's got like a little like chalkboard kind of style to it. It's kind of cool. I like it. But it also says up there that Acid is a simple 3D based puzzle action game. The motive of this game is to hit targets by launching light balls. Anyone could easily experience the excitement of explosion and agreeable sensation of hitting targets with acid. So there you go. That's its thing, the game. And see, I'm very surprised. It's a Japanese exclusive, this one, and I'm kind of surprised that it is a Japanese exclusive because, like, based on what it says on the box art, on the front, not on the back. Obviously, in the back it's all Japanese. It leads me to believe that it's a fairly simplistic game. So I don't know. So this game's developed by I think it's developed and published by the Taki Corporation, which I had a look at to see, and the Taki Corporation literally only have 2 games on Game FAQ. So, yeah. And then it was released in July 1999. So, yeah. And it was obviously, like I said, this was a requested game. This was requested by JIBBcrib. He commented on my Gekido video. And he already has they already have I always say he for everyone, by the way. They already have because I just assume that that the other gender doesn't watch my videos. So, well, based on my analytics, that is accurate. Like, it is quite literally like 99.7%, I think, or something on the analytics male audience. So yeah, that's why I always refer to everyone as the boys. So yeah, so JIBBcrib, they said obviously they were confusing Gekido with rival schools, and they had a pending request already, which I can't remember what it was, but it's on the list. I haven't got around to it yet, and they requested another game. So I've told them, if you're watching this, JIBBcrib, hopefully you are, as you requested this game. In the future, please just request one at a time. On this occasion, I will accept it because I have done for others recently. So this occasion I will, but in the future, just one request at a time, please. So yeah. So I don't know what to do in terms of. I guess we go to free mode. What's options? Let's go to options and see what options has for a sound BMG test. I do like the music in this game. Because before I decided, I thought I'd have a quick look to see what kind of stuff's on it on the file, and I was listening. I was like, this music's fucking bopping. It is bopping. But the OST is already available on YouTube. But I think I might make an exception and it's only in like one video. But I might make an exception and release these. Release them separately. We also have like the title of the track here as well, so that's cool. So I'll be able to actually put a name to the tracks for a change. Just like a boring. Anyway. Cool. Let's go back to the main menu. I like how it works like an OS. It looks like an OS. Acid OS. What's free mode then? Oh, we gotta log in. Okay. There we go. We've logged in, boys.
Your input is qualified.
Good. I love the atmosphere this game has. Oh my god. It's got this certain atmosphere. Oh, right. Okay, so we're in the middle and our target is behind us and in front of us? I don't know. We're just gonna have to play around, see how we do.
Destroy protect on this area.
So yeah, we're like a cannon. Use speed shot. No, fine. Okay. Oh my, okay, so this is a bit of a weird one. So you've got to kind of shoot this ball thing. Okay, okay. Oh! I missed it. Okay. Interesting. So if I...
Out of the area.
I swear I changed it. Well, excuse me. Come on, come on, come on. Oh! It was close. So it's like it's a... Right. Now it's telling me, yeah, you are using the spread shot, you stupid idiot. Didn't give me an option to say no. I wouldn't call that a spread shot, would you? You're not let me not click the spread shot. I'm literally pressing circle on the no, and it's just not taking it. This is definitely a weird one. Alright, so if we move it up, hopefully. It keeps going in one particular direction, no matter what I seem to do. This is a very finicky game. Very finicky.
Out of the area. Out of the area. Game over.
Yeah, game over. I'm not surprised. Like, yeah, it's very finicky. Very finicky. It's a cool concept, but I can understand why it didn't leave Japan. Let me just put it that way. Because you're guessing. This is basically a kind of really weird bowling game. And no, hear me out. Hear me out. It has the exact same mechanics as a bowling game that you would have on the PlayStation 1. Having a power meter and like a spin meter and all different meters. So you have no clue where the ball's going to go. No clue whatsoever. Trial and error. And it's exactly the same with this. You don't know where that shot's going to go. It's just trial and error. Let's try the story then. No. I normally don't pick the story, but I have a feeling it's not going to be particularly... Here's the Acid 2048, which is a high-speed wave station computer. He's going in his nerve gear, boys. The other reason I can see this not being released outside of Japan is it's called Acid. Why did they call it Acid? Why do they call the game Acid? They could have called it anything else.
Your input is qualified.
Oh, okay. So the free mode was the exact same minigame anyway.
Destroy protect on this area.
Alright, try. You gotta understand, I don't really understand half of what these, like, there's something, look, 6, 3, 6, 3, it keeps going up. Like, I don't understand some of the, it says it's 1,400 meters away, I think, that's what it is. We also have this target here. Let's try to go for this smaller one. You can hit it. Let's do it. Oh, we managed to hit it. We hit it this time. Okay, okay. You really got to be finicky. Oh, okay. Okay, okay, okay. Bit higher. Max power. There we go, we got it. Okay. There you go. I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to understand. You've got to really compensate. You've got to really kind of read. Not easy. Right, here we go. Stage 2. It's not an easy game, this. Really gotta kind of concentrate.
Protect on this area.
What we get? Wait, what we? You're kidding me. I'm gonna try aiming. Okay, okay, so it's the opposite, okay. So, same position, but we'll have like max power. And with that one, there we go. Okay, that did kind of work. Hello, maybe there. Okay, no. I didn't do it high enough. Oh, you can bounce off. Okay. You can bounce off. I wonder if I bounce off this one. And I missed it. I like how the second level in the game is. Oh yeah, you gotta basically do Wanted. Is it Wanted the movie? Where you gotta curve bullets. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, we can do that. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. That's very. I don't understand. No, because look at where my aiming is. So you've got to really overcompensate. Almost destroyed myself with that. I think I'm supposed to use these to deflect, but like ricochet or something. But how? That's impossible. You are asking way too much game of me. You are asking so much, it's unreal. I'll tell you how this game can infinitely straight away get better. Interesting. I wonder if there's like a secret block there. Yeah, I see there's a block there. Alright, let me just give you the 2 cents of how you can easily make this game infinitely better. The power and the angle of the shot is timed based. Don't have it be time based. Have it be that I can use the D-pad and select exactly where. Because if you're going to have puzzles like this, you need to allow the player to basically... You need to allow the player to have full control over the cannon's aiming system, not have it be random like I'm fucking bowling or something. Like this, look, I don't have any control over this, by the way. Nothing, it's just up and down, nothing. Same with this one, no control. If I get it right dab in the middle, it'll go straight center. But you know how difficult that is. It's not easy. See? It wasn't slap dab in the middle there. If you'd believe me or not, it wasn't. It ended up going this to the side, didn't it? All because I was ever so slightly, so because it's incredibly difficult to aim it properly and effectively. I know. The best thing about this is the music by far. Everything else, in my opinion, is just like there is the shell of an interesting game concept here, but it's just been poorly executed, unfortunately. So there's not much you can do about it. It's just poorly executed. See, I don't understand. This is called a spread shot. Use spread shot. Spread shot, I assume, for me to shoot it, and then it turns into multiple balls and spreads all over the place. It's literally the literal definition of spread shot and what kind of spread shot you would see in pretty much every video game. Maybe I'm going the wrong way about it. Maybe I need to be shooting out here. No. I think it's very finicky. Also, can it please go where the cursor is? I would really appreciate that. Why do I have to compensate? So let's say I shoot. Let's say I shoot here, for example. The ball goes here. Why? That makes no sense. Like, the meter dictates the power, and the other meter dictates the curve. So that means there should be no leeway for me having to... This is not me using a sniper rifle and fucking Sniper Elite. Yeah? I don't know what I was doing there. I've lost interest, if I'm honest. Completely lost interest in this game. Because I'm just disappointed. You know, when I saw the game box art after someone requested it, I was like, this would be a cool game. And it's only cool in concept and music. That's it. The actual gameplay is dog shit. It's terrible. Because they decided to make a really, really weird puzzle game with really weird controls that makes no sense. The controls making no sense, that is. So, very strange. But I'm going to stop here. Unfortunately, Acid is not very good. The best thing about it is its soundtrack, in my opinion. Very bopping soundtrack from when I was listening, when I extracted it and had a little listen before I started playing. Very bopping. But yeah, it's just a bit unfortunate. I wish it was potentially a better game. But never mind. The only other game Taki has made, in case you are curious, is a fighting game for the PlayStation 1 called Battle Master, which I have seen this before. It's got very the box art is of a polygonal woman with big tatas, so with pink hair, wearing quite skimpy clothing. So yeah, but I don't know. I don't know how good that game would be. Probably not very. So Battle Master, general 15 ratings, bad. Difficulty easy. So hard to say. Whereas Acid, funny enough, if you actually look at the homepage on Game FAQs, 12 people rated it fair, and 9 people rated it as just right and tough. And I would argue you could argue and say that you need to you just need to get used to the game and how it is. And I'm like, yeah, but wouldn't it be better if it just played better? Wouldn't it be better if it played better? You could argue the whole entire but eventually you'll learn. But you could say that about any game. You could I could hand you Anubis 2 by Data Design Interactive, and you could look at me and go, well, these controls are dog shit, and then I'd look back at you and go, oh, it's a learning curve, actually. No, it's a learning curve. See how irrelevant that argument is? It's an irrelevant argument. There is such a thing as a game being designed to play better. The controls could be better. There is such a thing as that. You can't just go, oh, well, if you just got used to it. If you got used to anything, if you get used to anything, you'd potentially get good at it. You know, some people are just better at video games than others. It's just how it is. Anyway, I don't know, a weird tangent, but I just feel like some people, a lot of people The argument is like, get good at the game. Yes, that I agree. Yes, get good at the game, but at what cost? And how interested are you in the game? Like, if someone picks up and plays Dark Souls and goes, "Wow, this really isn't my kind of game," and their response from their friend is, "Well, you just need to get good at the game." Is getting good at the game going to make their enjoyment better, or is it going to be that they play the game until they do get good, and then they are like, "Well, I better keep playing because if I've invested too much time into it as it is, what what a lot of people call the sunk cost fallacy." So it's a fine line, you walk fine lines. Better just to me, it's better just to be honest and just say, well, yeah, it's not my kind of game. Which is what I said with this game, Acid. I try to be positive and I say, well, it's not my kind of game. But if the controls were, in my opinion, better, in other words, a bit more intuitive, made a bit more sense, allowed the player to have a more control instead of it just being a random ticker for the power and the curve, you have a potential of a decent game here. Because it would imply that a lot of people would prefer that over what's currently available in terms of a control scheme. I know they would. So yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, I've been Bio. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again. Bye.